All right, here we are with Jeff Hart. Now, Jeff, why do you think service is important?
Service is important because it really shows that I want to better, people's lives that I'm in and people's lives that I'm a part of, and I'm not looking to always make, a penny from doing so. It really says I'm genuinely interested and I genuinely want to help.
Now, do you have a story of service that has affected you personally?
Well, I got quite a few stories, but and I wouldn't say that one in particularly has affected me personally because I've been involved in community service since I can remember. But I've always my mother works for a retirement home, and since I was 12 years old have been in there, volunteering to work these activities and those activities, and kind of help them out because when you're with the older people who don't have any family to turn to or anyone to go to and give them a Thanksgiving or give them, a Happy Father's Day card or, anything like that, you really do see the difference. And, I think that there's so much that can be learned from being around, older generations. They have so many life lessons and so many hardships that they've endured, and I've always been genuinely interested. So, throughout the last 15 years or so, when I've been involved doing that, I've really just grown to I don't know, just really enjoy it. I mean, the older people, they really appreciate you, and you can tell, when you see the smiles on their faces that, they haven't had family come and visit them in 2, 3, 8, 10 months, and, it makes their day as you see the tears in their eyes when they're leaving, and, they might only have a few more years left on this life, or a few more days, or a few more months, but that it really, really does affect them when you leave, and they're getting more out of it than anybody else, really could, so.
Do you have a particular person that you've worked with that you would say you've helped?
A particular person...
Like your best story that you think you really did a service to this person?
Particular person. I remember going back to working at Greenbrier. I was volunteering one time up there, and I kept hearing these cries for help come from like the other side of the building. And after like the fourth or fifth one in a minute, I was like, "What is that? What is that?" And I went down, and there was some old lady who was 102 years old, had fallen and had been there for 4 hours on the ground, screaming, for help. And it was because of me finding her that she was able to get the care she needed, so that'd be one, I guess, that really just stood out that I always remembered, and that lady was always somebody that I really, really liked because she lived to be 105 or something like that, and she was just sharp as a tack, up until the day she died, so it was just an interesting story, so that'd be one that stands out.
Wow, that's amazing, Jeff. What would you say to those out there who are considering service, but they don't exactly know what they want to commit to? What advice would you give?
There's so many things out there. You can go and help, recycling, your team offers that. You can go clean up the sides of roads. The senior retirement homes and nursing homes, they always love people to come in there and just volunteer to do this and that, whether it's, just sitting around and talking with them for an hour or helping them with dinner or helping them play games. I know that there's, Boy Scouts and Girl Scout troops all over that are always looking for someone to go to and, help the kids go camping and this and that, where you can kind of make a difference on a younger generation. There's really plenty of things out there, and you really should, not saying you don't know what to do is just a crutch, you got to take that initiative and get up and say, hey, I want to go out there and help somebody, and I want to, do the right thing, so.
All right, Jeff, it's been great talking to you. Thank you for your time.
No problem.